The Crater Lake Monster, 1977. 70s stop motion monster film. If you've seen one of them in between the 50s and 70s, you know, King Kong, Godzilla, you've pretty much seen them all. Except for this one starts off kind of promising. It starts off real dark with this ominous tune, and then the concept is pretty good. Like, these scientists like discover these thousand-year-old ancient writings in Oregon or Northern California. It's not really set at Crater Lake in Oregon, but it's like a fictional Crater Lake, or I don't know where they filmed it or whatnot. But they find in these caves these drawings of man with dinosaurs that they drew, cave drawings, and at that same time, this meteorite crashes down onto Crater Lake with a bunch of fury, and it lights up it basically ignites the whole lake and it hatches these ancient preserved this one preserved dinosaur egg, Plagiosaurus or whatever it's called, or it's kind of like a platypus, but it's not, and it's kind of like the Loch Ness monster, but it's more dinosaur, and it's stop motion. You get to see it 15 minutes in, and then you think it's going to be awesome, and then it just pretty much goes nowhere for the next, fair warning, for the next 45 minutes, 50 minutes. You get no story development. It's just the monster killing off locals, and two local hillbillies renting out boats to people to get killed off, you know. And I guess Crown International Pictures, who funded a lot of these B movies, you know, I bet you've seen at least a half a dozen of them without even knowing it. And a lot of 70s exploitation films. I guess they really cut back on the production, and a lot of people that were working on it were really furious with how it turned out, because then they had to like focus more on the comedy of these two guys drinking and telling bad jokes instead of the monster. And they couldn't do stop motion for the monster. Every scene they had to use like a prop head helmet thing, and like terrible like wooden prop puppet figures, you know, through the water. And then the deaths that they do on the characters kind of suck. Everyone pretty much hates this movie for all the reasons I'm pretty much naming off. At least you get to see, but when they actually do the stop motion monster, it's really cool. I mean, skip through the bad humor parts and you could enjoy it just for those if you like the monster stop motion part of the thing. And alright, spoilers. Well, let's say then they finally get back to the story, the scientific story of telling the plot, and then the scientists want to preserve the Crater Lake monster in a dam portion of the lake, and they aren't able to do that, of course, and it's just this horrible action sequence where the sheriff or the local ranger of the place whips out the a tractor and ends up like crushing its neck, and they don't get to preserve it, and oh, it's saddening. It's off. It's over. I give it a D plus. Only worth viewing for the points that I mentioned. The monster, if you're interested in those type of films. This is JBM from Mr. Creepshow 9 on YouTube. Tell me your thoughts on it or whatnot. Personal message me. I'm out. Shout out.